What's good, gang? Welcome back. In this episode, I will be recovering from the events of the last video and building my first and only shop on the server. To start, I had nothing, so I made my way to the villager trading hall. Let me tell you, traveling across that mountainous terrain without an elytra is an absolute pain in the ass. Eventually, I made it to the trading hall, where I geared up with a full set of diamond tools and armor. Next, I needed to get another elytra, so I headed for the nearest end portal. But while digging down to it, I dug right through a trial chamber. This stronghold was all kinds of goofy. It dead-ended everywhere, so I resorted to just digging through the walls in random directions. But luckily, it worked out, and I found my way to the portal. I placed my Eyes of Ender and went through, making my way to an outer island portal. It was time to search for an elytra again. I should have gotten a spare when I still had mine, but here we are. While crossing a gap, I messed up a pearl and fell into the void, losing all that I had. But it didn't matter. It was all easily replaceable and only a temporary setback. I respawned, regeared, and went right back to what I was doing. It wasn't too long until I spotted an end city with a ship that thankfully hadn't been looted. So I grabbed the elytra, and after almost falling into the void again, I figured it would be a good idea to enchant my elytra and craft some rockets. So I headed back to the base to do that. Afterward, I returned to the end to grab a spare elytra as well.
Hello.
Which I got without much trouble. Next up on my to-do list was a gold farm, but first, some yapping. Here's a mending book.
Alright. Do you want anything for it?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
No, the first one's free. I just gotta get hooked.
Sweet.
Like Zoom. Like, kind of like an Optifine, basically.
Yeah.
Just like, you know,
Hey,
the
look, you
iris
hit me.
for shaders. Oh, yeah. I saw you fly across my screen. Okay, that was a big accident.
Oh, no. Oh,
I didn't see it. I didn't see it either. What the heck? Oh my gosh, Phantom's now too. I thought you said, oh, I guess we could take Alberto. I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, what? Like,
Take me to your room. In the dark. Turn the lights down. Should give you a free time.
what are we doing with the horse in the dark?
You don't want to know.
Oh, is this why you got the picture of the horse on the wall? So whenever you're not looking at him, you can look at the picture of him.
Who's that for?
It's not for me.
Probably me.
I slept in your bed last night. Okay, I'll sleep in your bed. Oh, it's very, very stinky, but it's fine.
Take more power.
What is he doing?
Yeah, where the heck did this guy come from?
I really don't know.
He just moved in.
I got a new friend.
You don't even have coal?
It's
How
like
are your
9.
furnaces?
It's just 9. Okay?
Man, how are you gonna get through the winter with that?
I don't know.
They've got a new friend with great trades.
Why not?
Yeah, 3 emeralds for a bucket of cod. Sounds like a pretty worthy investment
Seriously,
to me.
man. That's the best one I've seen yet.
Bucket of cod? You know how much you can do with that?
So much.
You can
So you can either put one unstackable item in it, or
after that, I started gathering sand for glass. and magma blocks. I would need a considerable amount of both. Once I had everything I required, I got to work on the gold farm. Oh, okay. That's not what I was going for. Oh my gosh. Ruh-roh raggy. That's just a bit of an unfortunate shape. Okay, yeah, I gotta take this thing down now. With the farm finished, it was great. I would get more gold than I would know what to do with, and I would have a quick way to earn large amounts of XP. After a short AFK session, I had a plethora of levels to spend, so I did some enchanting. I was running low on rockets, and while there was a gunpowder shop, I wanted a supply of my own. So, the next farm I needed to make would be a creeper farm. I found a nice spot in the ocean and started building. The gunpowder would also come in handy when I'm mining for ancient debris again. In the nether, I broke the scaffolding that led up to the gold farm, since I had a steady supply of rockets. And honestly, breaking scaffolding is just satisfying. After that, since bedrock breaking was now enabled on the server, I decided to give it another try. And it worked. I now had a clear path to and from the nether roof. The next farm on my list was a simple guardian farm, as I wanted to build a shop and, in the future, a mega base that would incorporate prismarine into the design. So, a multitude of fish would need to be sacrificed for the construction of the blocks I'd need. Once the farm was finished, the fish were being harvested. I wanted netherite tools again, so that's what I focused on next. You know, mining for ancient debris is just so relaxing. The constant explosions, the flames, the lava, the occasional gravel ceiling caving in. It's all just music to my ears. After a couple hours, I had gathered enough ancient debris for 7 ingots. That was almost enough to upgrade all my armor and tools. I quickly returned to mining ancient debris after gathering more beds and TNT. They're trying to pull off the forbidden ham sandwich move. Like zoinks. After another hour, I managed to collect enough for 4 more ingots. This allowed me to upgrade all my tools to netherite, and I even had 1 ingot left over. Then I did some resource collecting for my shop by taking apart a portion of an end city that others had already started to dismantle. I was mainly there for the end rods, but the few I collected wouldn't be sufficient, so I would have to craft my own. I also harvested some warped wood. After this little resource gathering session, I decided I wanted to try getting a mace. I knew I would need a heavy core, which is contained in ominous vaults, which are found within trial chambers, but I had never actually attempted one before. I drank an ominous potion and headed to a chamber I'd previously found when digging rooted dirt. These places really make you question whether you're still playing vanilla Minecraft. I tried using an ominous trial key on a regular vault, but I quickly figured out that it wasn't working and found a suitable vault to unlock. I unlocked it, and it didn't yield anything amazing. Little did I know, this would mark the beginning of a long journey to obtain the mace, one of many ominous vaults in one of many trial chambers. A journey that would have me questioning whether heavy cores were even in the game. Trial chambers have made copper and tough mining almost entirely obsolete because the whole structure is made of this stuff and it's ripe for dismantling. They don't pose much of a challenge either, especially when equipped with full netherite armor. You could say it feels like a breeze. After finishing up in this trial chamber, I visited the one closest to my base that I had previously found. Hey, this isn't part of the trial chamber. But there was no heavy core. I then checked the trial chamber I dug through while getting to the stronghold nearest to my base. Again, no heavy core. The next trial chamber I tried was the one closest to spawn. And, once more, no heavy core. I'm getting plenty of decent loot from the ominous vaults, but the problem is that I'm getting everything besides the heavy core. After my fruitless search for the heavy core, I needed something to cheer me up, so I collected my present. This was recorded last December, so Merry Christmas, everyone! My gift was incredibly generous, which I truly appreciated. After returning home and organizing my inventory, it was time to build my shop. the shopping district, I found a location against a mountain that I thought was suitable. And then I decided to drop off a couple of thank you gifts. After doing a bit more planning, terraforming, and resource gathering, I got to work. After setting the foundation down, it occurred to me that I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely out of my comfort zone right now. My building comfort zone. I can build quaint little wood houses fine. Look pretty good. I try to build in a kind of a futuristic, modern kind of style. And then it just, I don't know, it's not, this looks better. It's still missing the pizzazz. Needs more color, just needs something other than a white. And I've just been staring at it for a long time and like, I just don't know what to do with it. Like I have ideas, but I just don't know how to execute them. Make them look good.
I was aiming for a futuristic, sci-fi, almost cyberpunk style. What I did know is that I wanted to build with white blocks, prismarine, copper, and other bluish blocks. This would be the most ambitious shop I've ever built. It would carry the name and loose style of shops I've built on previous servers, but this one would be the best. I'll show you the overall shape I was going for, which is quite elaborate. I considered myself to be quite the digital artist. Over the course of the next week, I chipped away at it, and it began to take shape. I drew some inspiration from a cyberpunk city build I had seen. Later, I copied a sign and arch from a cyberpunk tower build that looked cool. I also wish I had recorded some kind of time-lapse for this build. But unfortunately, I didn't think about that. They're already trying to loot my shop! Now, you might be wondering, what about the interior? And I would say, don't ask me about the interior. I placed a few chests down and did some very basic decorating. I spent enough time on the build and just needed to open it. I stocked the shop with loot from my farms and villagers, like gunpowder, golden carrots, tridents, diamond tools and armor, gold, iron, emeralds, and enchanted books.
Then I put a sign at the door declaring that my shop was open for business.
After that, I added some finishing touches, mainly fixing up the roof. And the exterior was complete. Again, I recorded the building process in December, and I still have not fully completed the interior, but I plan to do so very soon. That's about it. Thanks for watching. In the next episode, I'll get the mace and do lots of other things. And, just because I didn't record a nice time lapse, it doesn't mean I couldn't go back and get some cinematic shots that hopefully make up for that.